Distinguished guests, please stand and remain standing as you are able for the candidates processional. Distinguished guests, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Army ROTC Stonehenge Battalion and the Air Force ROTC Blue Sabres. Gentlemen on stage, please remove your caps for the national anthem. Thank you to the Missouri S&T University Winds and the Missouri S&T Choral Program for providing music for the opening of our ceremony. Thank you to the Army and Air Force ROTC cadets for posting the colors. Distinguished guests, you may be seated. We now ask that you direct your attention to the screens at the front of the stage to remember and honor members of the Miner family who passed away during the past year. These were current S&T students, faculty, and staff whose lives were sadly lost. Please honor their memory with a moment of silence as the video plays. Thank you for observing a moment of silence and honoring the lives of these miners. Chancellor Modegani will now begin our program.
Good afternoon. One more time. Good afternoon. That's a lot more like it. That's the miner spirit. Welcome to today's commencement ceremony. First, I would like to introduce some distinguished members of our platform party. Our state constitution vests the governance of the University of Missouri in the Board of Curators. The curators freely spend their time ensuring that the people of Missouri are provided with high-quality public university education. We are honored to have with us this afternoon Jeannie Singfield, a member of the board. Curator Singfield, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. Our Board of Trustees at Missouri S&T comprises alumni and friends whose accomplishments, experiences, and interests help guide the future of our great university. We are honored today to have with us our President and Vice President of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Susan Simmons and Mr. Stephen Wanning. President Simmons and Vice President Wanning, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. Research is a core part of our educational mission at Missouri S&T. Leading this effort is Dr. Kamal Kayat, Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation. Vice Chancellor Kayat, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Finance and operations staff are needed to support our academic and research missions. This division includes human resources, university police, design, construction and space management, and much more. Leading this division is Ms. Alicia O'Neill, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Operations. Vice Chancellor O'Neill, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Shared governance is an important quality of Missouri S&T. Our Faculty Senate plays a role in our university's planning and decision-making. Representing our Faculty Senate today is Dr. Catherine Dolan, President of the Senate. Dr. Dolan, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Our library and learning resources are key elements for our research and a student to succeed. Leading these services is Dr. Bella Carr-Gerlich, Dean of the Libraries. Dean Gerlich, will you please stand and be recognized? I'd also like to thank Dr. Stephen Roberts, our Vice Chancellor for Strategic Initiatives, for filling in for Dr. Colin Potts, our Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Provost Potts is under the weather and contagious. Our commencement programs were printed ahead of time, so you will see Dr. Potts' names instead of Dr. Roberts' name on your programs. Thank you, Vice Chancellor Roberts, for filling this very important role. Will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I would now like to recognize our mace bearers for our ceremony. Historically, the mace is a symbol of authority dating from medieval times when knights carried them during processions with their royalty. As the tradition grew, the mace became a ceremonial symbol of peaceful leadership. It is an honor to serve as a mace bearer. Our mace bearers today are our esteemed faculty and students. You can read more about them on pages 6 and 7 of your programs. Our faculty mace bearers today are Dr. Marco Cavaglio, representing the College of Arts, Science, and Education, Dr. William Fahrenholz, representing the College of Engineering and Computing, and Dr. Stephen Corns, representing the Comer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development. Would our faculty mace bearers please stand and be recognized? Our student mace bearers and soon-to-be graduates at this ceremony is Elizabeth Nolte, who will be conferred bachelor's degree in computer science. Would our student mace bearer please stand and be recognized? Where are you? There you are. Okay. Today we are celebrating the accomplishments of our students and soon-to-be graduates. Graduates, please look at your family members and friends in the building with us today. Wave to them. Thank them. Stand up. I'll ask all of you to stand up and look at your family and friends. Stand up. Wave at them. Make sure you tell them that you love them. Hug them when you get home. Know how much they've done for you. You may be seated. Consider all the people cheering for you who are not in this building as well. Please join me in showing your appreciation to those people who have given you vital support during your academic careers. I'd also like to recognize our faculty who have dedicated their careers to teaching in pursuit of knowledge and who have helped all our graduates reach their academic goals. Faculty, will you please rise and be recognized? Many of our graduates today are wearing commemorative green and gold commencement cords as part of the 150th graduation class from Missouri S&T. These are the cords, green and gold. In 1874, our first 3 graduates earned degrees in either civil engineering or mining engineering. This weekend, we are celebrating with over 1,300 graduates. Some of our graduates will be conferred degrees in civil engineering and mining engineering, but many are earning degrees our earliest graduates never would have imagined, such as computer engineering, aerospace engineering, information science and technologies. I commend you all. Graduates, I could not be prouder of you. Not only you have completed rigorous coursework and achieved your degrees, but you have also participated in hands-on learning through student design teams or internships or co-ops. You faced challenges, persevered, and you are here today, more resilient than when you started down your educational path years ago. For more than 150 years, S&T has educated creative thinkers, innovators, and leaders among many industries. And now you join those distinguished alumni. Through your relentless pursuit of purpose, you and your fellow graduates will provide critical contributions to critical challenges facing our society and the world. You will invent new businesses and technologies, support cybersecurity, help protect the environment, further space exploration, educate our youth, or any of the thousands of other interesting and important career paths our alumni follow. You may excel in a career that doesn't even exist yet. Each week, I send an email on Friday mornings to our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and many others. Who here receives my Friday emails? Let me see a show of hands. And amongst the audience as well, who in the families receives my Friday email? Very good. I won't ask you if you read it. That question comes later. Regardless of the topic of my email, every single time I hear from alumni about how their S&T education prepared them for their careers and success. I tell our graduates right here, I hear back from people who graduated in 1940s and 50s. These people are in their 90s, and they write back to me from all corners of the world from Sub-Saharan Africa, Far East Asia, Europe, Middle East, South America, all over the US, and without exception, they highlight how the education at this wonderful university helped them achieve their lives' goals. You will too. That is wonderful, of course, for me to hear, and I have no doubt that your education will pay tremendous dividends as well. I hope that one day you too reach out to the chancellor of this great university with your story of success and tell him or her how SNT contributed to your career successes. You deserve to be here, and I know your future will be bright. Congratulations.
At this time, Missouri University of Science and Technology would like to recognize Ms. Marissa Gildert-Murphy by conferring the degree of Doctor of Civil Engineering, honoris causa. Dr. Stephen Roberts, Vice Chancellor of Strategic Initiatives at S&T, will say a few words.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Degani. It is my honor to present Ms. Marcia Gildert-Murphy, an accomplished alumna and civil engineer. She is the Illinois State Director for Lockmuller Group and President of the American Society of Civil Engineers, or ASCE, a 164,000-member worldwide organization with presence in 177 different countries. ASCE is also our country's oldest professional engineering society, dating back 172 years. Ms. Gildert-Murphy earned a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from South Dakota State University in 1992 and a master's degree from Missouri S&T in 1997. She has founded 2 companies, testified before Congress, is listed as one of St. Louis Business Journal's most influential businesswomen, and wrote a memoir published in 2023. She is a gifted speaker and enjoys serving as a role model for young engineers and helping them reach their goals. In 2016, she received ASCE's Edmund Friedman Professional Recognition Award for outstanding performance and dedication to the profession. In 2018, she was inducted into Missouri S&T's Academy of Civil Engineering. Chancellor Degani, it is my distinct honor to present Ms. Marcia Gildert-Murphy for the degree of Doctor of Civil Engineering, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri System, and with the recommendation of the faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology, I confer the degree Doctor of Civil Engineering honoris causa, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the responsibilities and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Corrected. There you go.
Congratulations, Ms. Gildert-Murphy. Chancellor Degani will now introduce today's student commencement speaker.
We are always in the learning mode here at Missouri S&T. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have with us today Mr. Martin de la Hunt. Martin is the president of our student council. He is a senior in computer engineering from St. Louis. In addition to leading the student council, Martin is also a drum major in the S&T marching band. He participates in our pep band and wind symphony, the Kappa Kappa Psi Band Service Organization, and the Tau Beta Pi Engineering Honor Society. In addition to all this, he is finishing up a software engineering internship with Garmin. Last year, Martin was an inaugural recipient of the Remington R. Williams Award from the University of Missouri Board of Curators. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Martin de la Hunt.
You made it. I'll keep this short, but I do want to take a second to tell you all to pat yourselves on the back a little bit and think about what you've accomplished leading up to today. Whether you spent the past few years fighting off engineering exams or chipping away at a business degree or learning to survive the classroom and teach, it hasn't been a breeze. We all know it. This is a hard school. And all of you decided to step up and take it on when you could have chosen an easier path or an easier institution. I want to thank you all for hanging with it and facing the challenges head on to complete your degrees. By deciding to be a minor, you chose to get a quality education and grow both your skills and opportunities. But you also chose to put in the effort and grow this institution, whether that be through its reputation, through its research, its athletics, the student organizations, the arts, or in so many other ways. You chose S&T, and you chose to make it your own. The contributions you just made by preparing yourself for a career, by leading others, or just by doing what you loved on campus, have laid the foundation for the next generations of students to do the exact same thing for years and years to come. So, on behalf of all the classes that will follow you down this path, from my class next year to the new students arriving this August, and so far beyond, thank you, good luck, and most of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Martin de la Hunt. Chancellor Degani will now introduce today's commencement speaker.
Distinguished guests, we are delighted to have with us today Mr. Robert Clark. Mr. Clark founded the Clayco Company in 1984 in his hometown of St. Louis. Today, Clayco is a fully integrated turnkey real estate development and design-build construction company. Now headquartered in Chicago, Clayco's revenue last year was over $5 billion, with approximately $1 billion in real estate development. Mr. Clark was appointed the U.S. Commissioner General for World Expo Dubai by President Joe Biden and served in the State Department in 2021 and 2022. Mr. Clark supports civic leadership and is committed to addressing critical issues, including children's need, education, and rare disease research. He has served as a trustee for St. Louis University and Washington University School of Medicine. He is a former executive director and board member of the Central Institute for the Deaf. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bob Clark.
He said good luck. So I hope I don't need luck. Wow. You guys look amazing. I know it might be a little warm out there right now, but you still look fantastic. The Chancellor asked me to offer some inspiration from my story, from my life and from my career, as well as some of my successes and failures. And I have plenty of both of those, really. But I'll tell you the truth, at 65 years old, I think my story is probably about 7,000 days away from being over, and my story will be written and hopefully will carry on long after I'm gone. So instead of my story, it's your story that I'd like to address today, because you still have about 23,000 days left. I don't know what you hear when you hear that number, but I'll tell you what I hear. Life is short. And then I think the realization of this short life requires you to become an adventurer in every day that you have. Your story should start with you, taking care of yourself physically and mentally, and it's okay to put yourself above everything else. When I was a kid, the amazing football player from the Chicago Bears, Gale Sayers, wrote a book called I Am Third. I read it in junior high school, and it struck me as odd even then, because he said God is first, his friends and family are second, and I am third. As a youngster, I thought, how can I serve my Lord and take care of my friends and my family if I'm not the best person that I can be, the strongest person, both mentally and physically? Because even then I knew I needed to take care of myself first, that this mindset would give me the best opportunity to create success in my own life and do my God's work and be there for my loved ones. So I recommend that regardless of how you prioritize your future, you commit to taking care of yourself. You're obviously off to a great start doing just that, so congratulations on your amazing achievement today. Let's have a round. Taking care of yourself means relishing the great moments, like the moment right now and right this second. You should consider today to be one of those amazing days of the 23,000. One of the keys to taking care of yourself is obviously where you go, what you do, when you do it, but most importantly, who you surround yourself with. From early on in my life, I've always carefully curated the people I spend every minute with. The minutes of your story will matter too. I'm not going to spend 1 minute with somebody who drags me down, criticizes me in a hurtful way, is putting themselves down, or is on the wrong path. Too many people put up with too much cynicism, negativity, and hatred. Your story, looking back in 23,000 days, should be full of people who were great actors that supported you, encouraged you, that had your back, that would fight for you, that inspired you and rooted for you endlessly. There's nothing wrong with stopping to lend a hand to somebody who needs some help or struggling, but there's everything wrong with not moving on from negativity and people who are anything less than being your most powerful advocates. Up, up, up. Everyone you surround yourself with for the rest of your life should bring you up. My dad was a very colorful person. He was born in a log cabin, only had a 7th grade education. He fought in World War II in a battle in which he was not meant to survive. He came back from the war and lived a troubled existence into his 30s until he met my mother. He borrowed a book, and I'm quite sure he did it without asking, that saved his life. This book was called The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, and I still recommend it today. Not everything in it, but the basic premise is very powerful: optimism and the power of positive thinking. After my dad read that book, every single thing in his life turned around. He married my mother. He had an amazing family. He was married for 50 years to my mom. And although he started from absolutely nothing, he built one of the most amazing industrial painting companies in America, an absolutely only in America story. I admired him, respected and loved him, and I had a lot of takeaways. But the most important was his unbelievable constant concept of self-improvement. I should note here that my dad only lived 28,100 days. He was 77 when he passed away. Dad didn't talk about self-improvement with me, but instead I witnessed his self-improvement journey and I learned from it. While we didn't speak about it, from the time I was fairly young, he was constantly giving me books. He was constantly giving me other things to read, and he would shove newspaper articles in my face, even when I was 12 years old, and say, "Here, read this." And sometimes I would read it. I was like, "Dad, I'm only 12. I don't even know what this means." But later on, it would come back to me, and I would know why I was reading it and why he gave it to me. The other thing is that I became a lifelong reader and a believer in self-improvement, educating myself, finding things that were broken and fixing them. I try to never, ever complain about the way that anything is. I just go about trying to fix stuff. So my advice to you, if it's not already clear, is to find yourself the most educated person about every subject in every room you're in. That's a good goal, and also to be a continuous improver. The reason there are so many disappointing political leaders in our government, and there are many, is because there are so many uneducated voters. People vote for candidates that they think are in their best interest, and it's all really just a bunch of hoopla, false promises, and people unknowingly voting against their own interests. So become an educated voter and be passionate about elections in America. Don't ignore voting. It's the most important thing that we as Americans can do. America is one of the only countries where constant self-improvement is possible without restraints. So I need to acknowledge that I'm aware I didn't get my start completely from scratch. My forefathers were really poor people, but in every generation they worked hard to build a path forward for the following generation. My grandfather did that for my father, and it was still a dirt path. My father flattened the path with firm gravel and made it wider for me. And I have always felt it's totally my responsibility to make the path harder, pave it with granite for my children and their children to come. I believe we paved these paths with values also, and I'm sure each of you feel a sense of great gratitude for the path that someone made for you to get here today. What will your story be? How will you make the path wider, more solid, and less rough? Start thinking about your personal values today and what you may add to your story to make it more successful. And also, and more importantly, how you'll improve the path that was set for you for your future family and community. Be intentional about creating your own value system. It will become a real set of concrete guardrails around your decision-making that will define the character that's in your story. To wrap up, here are some things that my wife and I shared with our children that worked for us. Don't forget and love the people that got us through our teen years. Those teen years were tough. Never lose your sense of humor. Laugh and be funny, especially at your own expense. Don't take establishment or stuffy people too seriously, because they'll already be doing that for themselves. A little crudeness goes a long way, but it's sometimes necessary, but just a little crudeness. Never let anybody tell you that you're not good enough. If you're the smartest, happiest, healthiest, and wealthiest person in the room, Don't tell anyone. They'll already know it. Smiling and love are expendable. You can give and give and give love and smiling out like cash, but still have the same amount left at the end of the day. Sing in your car as much as you can, and when you don't, seek help. Give, get, or get. Charity and seating those who need a break will pay to your heart and create a safety in your life that can be obtained no other way. Value fiscal responsibility, but not the mean-heartedness which usually comes with it. Value the diversity in our family, in our community, the blackness, the redness, the kosher, the Christian, whatever, and do not tolerate anyone who does not. There are no Italian Americans or African Americans or other hyphenated Americans, just Americans. Keep secrets secret. Be accountable for your actions and act often on things you care about and things that will help people other than yourself. Honor tradition and cause them by repeating things you love to do with your family and friends. I've always done this one. Value competition, because when it's fair, you can usually win by outworking the competition. Be careful about pointing your finger, especially at me. Love is hard to find. When you think you love someone, you can tell them that you think you love them. When you know you love someone, it becomes mandatory to share this fact sooner rather than later, because too late is a hard and bad thing to accept. And generally, that's across the board. Too late might be one of the worst things you ever hear, so don't be late. Value participation and share in all the duties, the housework, the yard work, the hauling, community, politics, and teaching. Share your time, your hands, and your mind fully. Value perspective. Walk in someone else's shoes before making judgments that will affect others. And finally, and most importantly, choice is the biggest and best word in the English language. When we fully understand the power and consequences of our choices, we can be our best and avoid being our worst. These values went hand in hand with our family being adventurers in hope and building a strong and smoother path and a strong story for generations to come. Remember this, class of 2024. Many people, including me, will be rooting for you, praying for you, and urging you forward to write the best story ever. Thank you for having me as your commencement speaker. Best of luck. Every minute of every day counts, so hurry up every chance you get. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robert Clark. Dr. Samuel Frimpong, Vice Provost of Graduate Education, will now present the candidates for master's degrees, and Chancellor Degani will confer the degrees. Would the candidates for master's degrees please rise?
Chancellor Degani, our distinguished guests, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege and an honor to recognize and congratulate the recipients of master's degrees in respective fields. Master's degrees have been awarded for hundreds of years for recognition of mastery at a level needed originally for graduates to go abroad to teach their subject areas. Today, our master's degree candidates teach, consult, lead, and demonstrate expertise in their fields through various careers. Chancellor Degani, I have the honor of presenting these candidates who have been recommended by the faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology for the master's degree as designated.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri, I confer upon you the master's degree in your respective fields, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may be seated. The faculty marshals will now direct the master's degree graduates to the platform. Graduates will then go into the hallway for photos. Graduates, when you return, you may be seated.
Lane Jacob Mott. Ariana Gail Sai Chavez. Ryan T. Maxwell. Joel Nathaniel Schott. Thomas G. Fan. Austin Dwayne Salvi. Peyton Michael Holden. Brian Stamey. Kira Nicole Courtois. Ada Rentz. Andreas Panayotou Elenas. Olivia Winslow Cheek. Felix Terngu Nikwag. Summer Rain Potter. Ernest Vijay Oteng. Jude Jidofo Enete. Frederick Frereira Sungpal. Frederick Bartelt. Carolyn Seeberger. Alexander Lewis Baylor. Albert Einstein Ampanzam. Landon Thomas Stephen. Gwendolyn Rose Schweiss. Declan Mark Ordenau. Ganesh Nagasi Gautam Kavuri. Pragati Sidaram Sonad. Jason Cabe Johnston. Andrew Timothy Lidditch. Fardos Aburgab. Hari Harsudam Thiramuthi. Hayden Stephen Wade. Jared Daniel Sinke. Jordan Sanders. Bikis Anmut Mohammed. Thurman Kali Elgin Jr. Abdurrahman Ali S. Bani. Alexander Niles Fouch. Sai Prabhath Konaru. Muralidhar Makala. Deva Gopi Krishna Prasad Sirigiri. Srikant Pinaka. Naga Harshita Datla. Nitish Chitur Krishnamurthy. Sindhura Kanikaram. Akila Minamula. Aksara Parapelli. Sai Sri Jamala. Asritha Sai Ganamani. Chaitanya Jarugula. Tarun Sai Naragudam. Pujitha Nimagata. Lasya Priya Sai Kasuraneni. Sahith Mailavarapu. Akila Makala. Sumanth Reddy Barugula. Dinesh Krishna Kumar. Viswanath Maladi. Navya Sri Racha. Prajay Anand Reddy Talasani. Saikiran Cherakuri. Aksinth Mamidala. Shreyas Shekhar Kushik. Corey J. Stottinger. Mingwei Wang. Brayton James Link. Niana Evans. Harariram Radhakrishnan. Anushka V. Carbental.
Will the audience please join me in congratulating the graduates? Dr. Daniel Reardon, Vice Provost of Undergraduate Education, will now recognize our undergraduate honor students.
At this time, I would like to recognize two students who completed the ROTC program at Missouri S&T and have been commissioned into the U.S. Army. Please stand as I call your name and be recognized. Everyone, please hold your applause until both names have been read. Luis del Castillo. Caleb J. Young. ROTC graduates, thank you for your service today, tomorrow, and for our country. At this time, I would like to recognize the students who have completed their bachelor's degrees with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Please stand as I call your name and be recognized. Everyone, please hold your applause until all the names have been read. Mia Margaret Alicio. Jacob Craig Bonner. Gabriel Nicholas Borgmeyer. Grant Stephen Brinker. June Madison Brown. Griffin Lucas Buschjost. Henry Cooper. Derek Deaver. Elizabeth Marie Endmans. Abigail Elise Forsman. Annika Joyce Francisco. Jessica Michelle Glenn. Paige K. Lambright. Travis Edward Levins. Nicholas Allen Mattioni. Adam William McNeil. Caleb August Molenhoff. Elizabeth Lorraine Nolte. Vina Noel Prudent. Jonathan Michael Richards. Daryl Allen Shear. Gabriel Arthur Schoenberger. Charles Stone. Eric Donald Swanson. Brooke Minnow Tharp. Nathaniel Joseph Van Devener. Elizabeth Renee Viox. Mallory Ann Weiler. Congratulations, 4.0 graduates. Now I would like to call your attention to those students who have achieved Missouri S&T's highest academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. Would these graduates please rise? The names of these students are also listed on pages 14 and 15 of your commencement program. Please join with me in extending congratulations to all of our honored graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Reardon. Students, you may be seated. Dr. Tim Faley, the Interim Vice Provost and Dean for the Cummer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Economic Development, will now say a few words.
Good afternoon. Congratulations. I'm proud and honored to represent the Cummer College, the newest college at S&T, the Cummer College of Innovation, Entrepreneurship, Economic Development. The college was named after Fred and June Cummer. Fred was a 1955 graduate of civil engineering, but Fred and June combined to become great innovators and entrepreneurs. And that's what my college celebrates. The graduates of the Cummer College were recognized in this morning's ceremonies.
Thank you. Dr. Mirzad Boujardi, Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education, will now present candidates for bachelor's degrees from departments within the college.
The College of Arts, Sciences, and Education is home to 12 academic departments, offering a diverse range of academic degrees and certification programs. Our programs are built upon Missouri S&T's over 150-year-old legacy of educating talented, engaged professionals who think critically, communicate skillfully, and embrace a lifelong appreciation of artistic expressions, history, entrepreneurship, technological innovation, and the natural world. All of you have taken classes within the College of Arts, Sciences, and Education in disciplines such as chemistry, English, history, and mathematics. These classes have challenged you, and they have helped prepare you for what lies ahead. Will the candidates from the following programs please rise and remain standing? Applied Mathematics, Chemistry, Education, English and Technical Communication, History, Multidisciplinary Studies, Philosophy, and Physics. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Dr. David Borak, Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Engineering and Computing, will now present candidates for bachelor's degrees from departments within the college.
As a proud alumnus of Missouri S&T, I am honored to present candidates from programs within the College of Engineering and Computing. These candidates have put in many hours of hard work to reach this milestone in their career. We are proud of all they've done, and we look forward to their future success. Missouri S&T was founded over 150 years ago, and our eyes are always on tomorrow. At S&T, we provide students with the tools to create solutions to current challenges and those that don't yet exist. Together, we will engineer a bright future. Will candidates from the following programs please rise and remain standing? Architectural Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Computer Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Environmental Engineering, Mining Engineering, and Nuclear Engineering.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Vice Chancellor Roberts will present the candidates for bachelor's degrees, and Chancellor Degani will confer degrees upon the class of 2024. Will all bachelor degree candidates please rise?
Chancellor Degani, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Missouri University of Science and Technology, I am honored to present these candidates, every one of them, standing before you for their bachelor's degrees as designated.
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Board of Curators of the University of Missouri, I confer upon you the bachelor's degree in your respective fields, together with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates may be seated. The faculty marshals will now direct the graduates to the platform. Graduates will then go into the hallway for photos. Graduates, when you return, you may be seated.
Noah Michael Bodine. Mason Lebrat. Ethan Jared Beck. Vina Noel Prudent. Emily Elizabeth Pesolato. Caitlin Elizabeth Schwantner. Mallory Ann Weiler. Tatum Shaver. Ryan Christian Fagan. Shelby Nicole Wallen. Danielle Dotson. Megan Elizabeth Smart. Caleb August Molenhoff. Grace Ann Marie Stein Ortenau. Michaela Lynn Ritchie. Ethan Daniel McIntyre. Caitlin Hope Timmons. Katharina Jean Moppin. Jacob Lee Lubert. Madeline Annette Kowaleski. Enrico Cicrezzi. Logan Alexander. Kaylin Renee Blackwell. Jack Gregory Bungie. Kaylin Marissa Carey. Grace Naomi Claus. Luis del Castillo. Alexandra Kaylin Frederick. Alan Long Ho. Zachary Joel Matthew Baldwin. Austin Jacob Kempker. Allison Taylor Poe. Theodore Valentine. Elizabeth Renee Viox. Danielle Lynn Wilson. Jacob Ryan Taylor. William David Leeser. Markeith James Turner. Allie Joan McEntee. Sam J. Cox. Christian Adam Swanson. Katerina Zagarak. Faith Nicole Solers. David Michael Pizzoni. Dante Christopher Ray Smith. Richard Toby II. Patience Murphy. Samuel Weekly. Stephanie Marie Medley. Emily Charlie Korf. Annika Joyce Francisco. Dalton Arthur Wood. Catherine Grace Wright. Omar Olotwaibi. Nasser Aldeferi. Sarah Lynn Storm. Joshua Arthur Costain. Wade Dillon Height. Dominic Augustori. Anna Marie Baldus. Megan Hutchcraft. Sarah Nicole Bogle. Paige K. Lambright. William Stephen Breen Bump. J.C. Daniel Keatle. Andrew Payne Lewis. Matthew D. McLaughlin. Acacia Mather. Gary Charles Ziegler. Samantha Yvette Young. Brinley Alexis Weaver. Eric Cizang. Emma Elise Schott. Elizabeth Michelle Rajansky. Michael Todd Schneider. McKenna Ray Schneider. Elizabeth North. Evan Michael Nichols. Dylan Charles Rose. Dylan Chapman Ryder. Nicholas Allen Mattioni. Mar Shi Yu King. Jay Mercer. Zinab Mesri. Finian Hamish Murdoch. Nicholas Andrew Mincemeyer. Keely Allison Grady. Christina Alexis Eliopoulos. Carly Ann Heimberger. Shannon Lynn Flowers. Abigail Elise Forsman. Braxton Andrew Hardy. Lake James Earl Campbell. Trevor Joseph Anthony. Timothy Michael Long. Evan Wayne Handerin. Adam Joseph Horton. Allison Heimelink. Georgia Grace Phillips Hamburg. Michael Barrett Diepelhoyer. Riley Michael Spearing. Chasen Philip Smith. Lavender Shannon. Timothy James Salwasser. Davis J. Rigg. Anastasia Kian Michelle Reed Camo. Mason Leander Radel. Benjamin Robert Ray. Sudeep Sai Potluri. Harry Bhavesh Batel. Michael Paul Pate. Gorman Pate. Jacob Olson. Aiden Andrew McGuire Nussbaum. Mackenzie G. Mott. Matthew James Manatra. Ang Shu Min. Owen Ray Miller Fast. Vaughn Foreman. Ethan Brandon Hay. Nicholas Jack Lentz. Josie Ray Glenn. Madeline Jean Mason. Mia Margaret Alessio. Jarrett Anthony Wilson. Cole Allen. Eliza M. Apperson. Megan Alexis Barris. Matthew Peter Bartosh. Isaac Beringa. Kyle Austin Bryan. Joshua Kenneth Burris. Ryan Daly. James Drennan. Dylan James Nordman. Lucas Anthony Pedretti Price. Alexander Renee Parsons. Daryl Allen Shear. Julian Ortiz. Charles Duke Wen Lee. Megan Elizabeth Moore. Martin Melander. Eric Joseph Westhoff. Reese Adam Watson. Cheng Yuan Peter Wang. Lalit Bihari Trivedi. Albro Clark Toby III. Brian Tapple. Zachary Scott Stubblefield. Lincoln Stieber. Devin Thomas Starr. Angela Elgesabal. Benjamin Joseph Belgrave. Matthew Salmon Kaiser. Nathan DiMercurio. Braden Michael Desmond. Samuel Thomas Bonderer. Daniel Scott Evers. Christian Alexander Hopkins. Colby Hager. Roy Nathan Jennings. Jonathan Timothy Bourrier Davison. Drew Missler. Elizabeth Marie Edmonds. Andrew Lazarski. Gabriel Snyder. Joshua Arthur Andreev. Kayla Marie Bearhorst. Kelly Marie Zipfel. Maximilian Gabriel Tellman. Alexander John Lukomsky. Jonathan Tigular. Eric Donald Swanson. Trevor Douglas Stamler. Gabriel Arthur Schoenberger. Julian Lipford. Christopher Joseph Preuss. Evan Michael Seabaugh. Maxwell James Ryan. Edwin Wesley Robinson. Jeremy M. Rice. James Philip Rice. Marshall Stephen Magellas. Tanner Allen Wade. Justin David Bursky. Brady Berryman Davis. Alexander Matthew Wortman. Matthew Christopher Gordon Duff. Ryan David Ellinger. Samuel Matthew Frauenhofer. Colin Andrew Jasper. Rodney Gavin Jenkins. Anthony Joseph Nardella. Colt Weston Armin Quinn. Mick Burrick von Velt. Micah Asaph Johnson. Dominic Chin. Joseph Kang. Eden Michelle Spiva. Alexander Jeffrey Ludicky. June Madison Brown. Jade Elizabeth Schneider. Sam Michael George. Kevin D. Wick. Caleb Michael Bryan. Paige Christine Hornberger. Emma Tamarin Likert. Caleb James Young. Jacob Timothy Harrison. Travis Christopher Tice. Dylan Joseph Privali. Alexis Haley Morgan. Lana Dizdrovich. Grace Wen Duong. Gabriel Nicholas Borgmeyer. Kaylin Jamae McCoy. Isabel Anna McGuire. Michael David Johnson. Drew Nicholas Schulte. Remington Blake Arts. Abigail Baez Patino. Brian James Besselman. Jacob Craig Bonner. Christopher Jonathan Brass. Samuel Braxton Breyer. Kalen Nathaniel Carter. Holden Conaway. Henry Cooper. Evan Cornell. Sebastian Zachary Davis. Matthew Thomas Endress. Tony Fung. Kyle Robert Fowler. Joseph Michael Dearberry. Ian Stewart Clark. Levi McNamara Burns. Bethany Autumn Tropepi. Gunnar Roy Wurst. Santiago Reina Dadaba. Aiden Joseph Dumont. Holly Paige Finnell. Regan Rose Marie Pazdera. Evan Michael McCorkle. John Carter Ortenow. Mary Catherine Louise Deister. Catherine Eleanor Johnson. Jessica Michelle Glenn. Richard Lamb. Edward Michael Christian. Cody Ferrerix. Grace Catherine Gievers. John Paul Groman. Reed Alexander Hagley. Gabriel Jonathan Hagley. Dylan Joseph Hampton. Nathan Andrew Hart. Luke D. Hendrickson. Nicholas Dean Hoven. Essie Mbia. David James Kephart. Travis Edward Levins. Elizabeth Lorraine Nolte. Daniel Lane Martin. Jordan Michael Massey. Tanner Lee Beistel. Abby Nicole Brummagem. Stephen Raymond Karst. Shadrach Xavier Gomez. Zachary Nicholas Alton. Yoki William Yorita. Emma Marie Vaughn. Cole Thomas Varner. Rishvik Vanamoretti. Kelsey Allison Trussler. Ian Tukolsky. Charles Philip Stone. Michael Shaw. Delaney Eileen Potmasil. Nicholas Craig Myers. Brett Michael Huff. Joshua David Eichhoff. Joshua Allen Drennan, Jr. Dawson Reed Shear. Brooke Minnow Tharp. Trenton Cathcart. Elijah Michael Gross. Carter Jacob Shopper. Justin John Amero. Xiaofing Ding. Colin Taylor Christensen. Griffin Lucas Bushjost. Andrew Michael Kazaniga. Dean Bufa. Michael A. Crane. Maxwell R. Dembski. John Bernard Bridegroom, Jr. Cameron Wesley Knapp. Joseph Michael Breen. Samantha Thompson. Mason Toombs. Samuel David Schrader. Ethan Wynn Pham. Bailey James Fisher. Bo Bryant. Grant Stephen Brinker. John Pierce Gloyer. Nathan Russell Hanscom. Nick Hepburn. Ian Curtis James. And the one we've all been waiting for, Alexander Julian Lee.
Distinguished guests, once all of our graduates have returned to their seats, we will proceed with the commencement tradition. We will wait until everyone has the time to return to their seats. In the meantime, once again, I would like to thank all the family members and friends who are here today, either in person or watching via live stream, for all the support you have provided your loved ones so that they could achieve their degrees and academic goals. Each of our graduates is one step closer to being on this commencement stage. Again, one day you may be called upon to address a graduating class as the commencement speaker, like today's Mr. Bob Clark. Or perhaps you'll earn a PhD and become a faculty member, a college dean, or even a university chancellor. Regardless of the path you choose, you are prepared. You are prepared to pursue opportunities that present themselves, whatever those opportunities may be. I know that each of our graduates is leaving with a college degree in their area of study, but also with a desire to keep learning. That is what S&T alumni do. You will find ways to solve problems and make the world a better place. I think all of our graduates are back on their seats. So will the audience join me in congratulating our graduates one more time? There is one more graduate. At this time, Missouri S&T will present a posthumous Bachelor's of Science degree in Chemical Engineering to Lindsay Carol Papka. Accepting this degree on her behalf are family members, her sister Jessica Papka and her brother Colin Papka. Please join me in congratulating. At this time, I invite all our graduates to please stand. And I now invite you to move your tassels from the right side of your caps to the left as a symbol of your graduation from Missouri University of Science and Technology. Congratulations. Thank you all. You may be seated. Distinguished guests, please direct your attentions to the screens at the front of the stage for congratulations from 3 distinguished individuals. The first speaker will be University of Missouri Curator Robin Winokur, Chair of the Board of Curators. The second speaker will be the University of Missouri President Dr. Moon Choi. He is a passionate champion for public higher education and for Missouri S&T and our fellow University of Missouri universities in Columbia, Kansas City, and St. Louis. Concluding these remarks will be Dr. Chris Ramsey, President of the Minor Alumni Association and Assistant Vice Provost for Student Design and Experiential Learning at S&T. The 3 distinguished individuals will now say a few words.
It's my honor to congratulate the Missouri University of Science and Technology class of 2024 on behalf of the University of Missouri Board of Curators. Friends and family members, your support has meant a great deal to the students you're here to celebrate today. Thank you for being here and for your presence at every step of their journey. Graduates, I hope you take pride in yourselves today. Today is for you. Completing a degree is an amazing achievement. I hope you cherish this moment among your peers, family, and friends. Today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter of your lives. Today, you become not just graduates, but also alumni. You join minors across the nation and around the globe. They are eager to hear your stories and share their own. Use their knowledge and experience on the journeys ahead, and be sure to stay connected with one another. You have all shared something truly special during your time at S&T. Keep those bonds strong, and you will have friends for life. I urge each of you to let your passion for knowledge and learning continue driving you. Continue growing, and there's no limit to how high you can soar. Your minor family will be at your side through it all. S&T's alumni will welcome you and share what they know. I hope you, too, will do the same in turn for those following in your footsteps. Give back in support of the students coming up after you. I promise you'll see that generosity reciprocated tenfold. Today, you are graduates of one of the great public institutions of the world. It is now up to you to take the education you've received and the lessons you've learned out into the world. Make our community and the world a better place. Again, on behalf of the Board of Curators, congratulations. We can't wait to see what you do from here.
Congratulations, minors. We're so proud of you. Your resilience and commitment to excellence have paid off. And today, we also celebrate the support for you from your family, friends, and incredible faculty and staff. Graduates with fresh perspectives, you will look at life much differently now. You are not the same person you were when you began your journey at S&T, and I'm sure that you'll continue to grow to achieve remarkable success. Approach the new chapter in your life with the same curiosity, excitement, and purpose. I can't wait to see what you accomplish. Thank you for allowing S&T to be an important part of your life. And go Miners!
Greetings, fellow miners and friends. I'm Chris Ramsey, President of the Miner Alumni Association, and a proud graduate in metallurgical engineering. Today, it is my honor to congratulate our new graduates on behalf of the entire Alumni Association. As you begin a new chapter in your lives, never forget that you are part of one of the greatest alumni networks in the world. On this milestone day for our new graduates and your families, over 69,000 Miner alumni join me in celebrating your achievements and your bright futures. I encourage you to make the most of that advantage by staying connected and getting involved. Because no matter where you live and work, you'll always be a Miner.
Chancellor Modegani will now say a few words to conclude our program.
Congratulations once again. Before we close this remarkable ceremony, we must acknowledge a momentous occasion, the 150th anniversary of our first graduating class. As an institution known not just for academic excellence, but also for its unparalleled flair for pyrotechnics, it is only fitting that we add a little special effect of our own to today's celebration. Get your caps ready because you're about to do the iconic cap toss, and I'm going to add some special effect magic when you toss your caps. No hard hats, please. Don't toss your hard hats. We don't have hard heads. And hey, if you're feeling ambitious and you can hit the ceiling, you will get the next honorary degree. Okay, so get ready. On the count of 3, stand up. Let me ask you to stand up. On the count of 3, toss those caps as high as you can, and fair warning, I will trigger the special effect. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. You may be seated. Congratulations. I'm looking up to see if that's a hat stuck up on the ceiling there, but I don't think so. I'd like to now recognize a few people who have made this event possible. First is Mr. Paul Hertz, our narrator behind the scenes. Mr. Hertz is standing up there. If you don't know where he is, he's the narrator for the event. Then is Mr. John Francis, our name reader. John. I challenge you to do what John does, reading all these names. Then it's Deanne Jackson, our registrar, and her staff. I think Deanne is back there. Thank you, Deanne. Our band and choir, our media service staff, our commencement committee led by Dr. Steve Raper. I saw Dr. Raper right here. Thank you, Dr. Raper. Our event coordinators, Mindy Limbach and Leisha Stevens. I see Mindy and Leisha somewhere over there standing against the wall. Thank you both. Our scriptwriter, Velvet Hasner, our staff, including our Chancellor's Office staff, including Jill Tanner and Lynette Epstein and Trini Lilly. I think I see them there on the last row. Would you stand up and be recognized? Congratulations. Thank you, Jill. And then the facility staff and everyone else behind the scenes that makes this event possible. Thank you for all that you do and are doing. Now I will turn it over to Mr. Paul Hertz once again.
Thank you, Chancellor Degani. As a reminder, photo booth locations are available throughout campus and listed on page 15 of your program. We invite you to use them for taking photos after the ceremony. We will now play the Alma Mater hymn, recorded and performed by the Missouri S&T Choir. Feel free to join in. The words are printed on the back of your program. After the hymn, we ask the audience to please remain seated until after the recessional. Distinguished guests, this concludes today's commencement ceremony. The mace bearers will now lead the recessional. Following the recessional, you may exit and meet your graduates outside the building to provide for an orderly and efficient departure for all. Thank you.